James is just so fit, dude. He's crazy fit, and the longer it goes, the more likely it is that Malachi's going to fall off.
I had picked James in 3 rounds. I'm going to stick with that prediction. Malachi, however, this is a good sequence for him. It's a better sequence than the one tomorrow, and I think he's relishing the opportunity. He's wanted to have James in the ring for a while. I know that from speaking to him at previous events. He's lost some matches in his career, but he never gives up, just like Tudor didn't in that last match. So Malachi will fight to the end no matter what. First round is underway. If you're just joining us, this is Lindsey. 7-bar muscle up, 6 burpee box jump overs, 5 clean and jerks. The men got 165 pounds on the bar. The goal is to get 10 reps around. It's 2.5 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest for a maximum of 4 rounds. Saber took out Magda in a knockout in the 4th round at the 2-minute mark. And Sprague comes in as a favorite here, but he's coming off a loss in his last reps ahead match.
I asked him about that earlier, and he said that it plays nothing on his mental fortitude, having lost and being 2-2 in reps ahead matches coming into this one.
You know, the interesting thing about those 2-2 matches is because, you know, in this sport, a lot of people talk about range of motion. And he's beaten both of the athletes that were significantly shorter than him and lost to the 2 guys that were relatively the same size. Malachi's about the same size as him, so see if James can turn the script on that.
James actually told me that leading up to Rogue, he was under 200 pounds going into that competition, having had that, well, what did he have? He had some sort of, like, sickness going on.
Yeah, pneumonia. And I had talked to him that week. He said he had 105-degree fever for a couple days in a row.
I don't believe that for a second. That's deadly. He wouldn't be here right now.
41 degrees Celsius, I think.
I don't know what that means. We're in freedom units, Brian.
Pretty even here through the first round of the sequence, and if you were not clear on what Cole Saber was saying, 2 full rounds of the sequence in the 2.5 minutes is the kind of a clip that they all were talking about as being a good pace. The one thing I like from James out of the gate here is that transition. He falls right to the ground and gets into the burpees. And Malachi with that little hop down off the box, and you know, it doesn't seem like much, but if you do that on a couple reps, you can steal half a rep back.
I'm having flashbacks to Wadapalooza SoCal, watching all the athletes put chalk on the floor, and I'm wondering if this is a Matt Torres special. That's James Sprague's coach, just chalk the crap out of the floor for no reason whatsoever.
Maybe there was Tudor sweat out there.
That would give you a pretty good reason.
2 minutes gone, 30 seconds to go. Both men on the clean and jerks there. And screens are down. They're back up.
You're telling me multiple times now that this workout's better for Malachi. Is that entirely due to his squatting?
Well, just the clean and jerk's better than the snatch for him, and squatting's, I mean, he can squat, but he's just a little bit slow twitch muscle fiber, so if he doesn't have to squat, I think it's to his advantage.
Malachi's looking over at him, and I wonder if every time he goes, this guy just won the CrossFit Games, and he's not breaking up the muscle ups, but he did sneak a couple reps in there. That's a big deal.
I think everything was copacetic there with the timing, and it looks like James has the same advantage that Tudor had after the first round. 2 reps to the athlete on the left side of the screen, and Malachi didn't really look phased by that. I feel like he's okay conceding a couple reps to James in the first round.
You said the word copacetic, and I have no idea what that means.
That's 2 words that I've used today that Hiller doesn't know.
I don't remember the first one. But I'm assuming it means that everything is well and good.
Yeah.
Including the demeanor on the 2 athletes. If I had to be honest, Malachi looks a little bit wet. He's a little moist. Shirts are off with these boys. Shirts never came off. The prop bets are off the table.
James is both smiling and glaring at Malachi over there.
You think he's doing that on purpose? Look at him looking.
Yeah.
He's not looking at the clock. He's looking right at his opponent.
No, he did the same thing with Hopper, and Hopper had the very much of the mindset, if I'm looking straight ahead, focusing in on my job. James likes to talk. He likes to talk to everyone, and even in the ring. Second round underway.
About him.
You know what? It was in Rogue. I was talking to someone who was in the back, and they were describing the atmosphere back there, and they said everyone's got their little pockets of people that they hang out with, and then there's James Sprague, and he's like a hummingbird flitting around talking to every little group of those guys.
It seems to have worked out with him this past year.
Same pattern here to start the second round. James just about a half rep faster off of the muscle up, straight down to the burpees. Malachi moving a little bit faster. He's actually closed a rep on James in the first 35 seconds of this round.
I'm paying a lot of attention to those random jump downs. Like Malachi just threw in a jump off the top of that box, and it seems like it's almost accidental when they're doing that. It happened in the last round too. Cole threw in one of those, ended up winning. Any correlation between one box jump down and winning? We'll see.
No, but I'll tell you what, you were referencing that step-down rule in the quarterfinals, and I got to the last 30 seconds of that workout and started pushing, and I just immediately defaulted to a jump down.
You know what that means?
All no reps.
He's about to enter the danger zone, and they're all no reps. Correct.
We're at the halfway point of the second round here. Still 2 reps in James's favor. Watch the transitions. There goes James, straight up onto the pull-up bar. Malachi takes a step back, and it's going to allow
touching
James.
this bar. Is he allowed to do that?
Michael Mayali, he is.
I got to throw something at him?
He's the money.
He's the money. Oh, I have seen that guy around.
And, yeah, that's we do have people that are out there and allowed to reset the bars in between. It's to confer no advantage and also for a safety thing.
Malachi is slowing down up top. That is something that happened to Cole on the last workout. It didn't seem to matter. He ended up winning.
No, this is exactly the stage that Decisive was at, where he's in the pain cave here. He's behind by about 5 reps. There's 30 seconds to go in this interval, and mentally you can get into a place where you start doubting yourself. Malachi, having the experience that he's done, besides his 1-2 pro record, I think he's something like 6-2 in the RX matches. So he's been in this situation before.
This is where James's fitness is going to he takes a look over the clock. He sees I got 20 seconds. He's like, I don't even feel that bad. I'm just going to put him in the dirt.
James looks incredible here, considering we're at the end of the second round, but still only 5 reps ahead. He's probably not going to gain any more advantage here. So it's, again, going to mirror exactly. Getting yelled at from his judge to stand it up. That second to last rep, a little iffy from Sprague.
Which part? The fact that he's throwing the bar 10 feet in front of him at the end of the rep? That may have been an issue.
Call it 10 centimeters.
10 centimeters? We got different increments of measurement. Alexis tells me that all the time. I say 10 feet.
We're at the halfway mark here of Sprague and Bennett, and it was 2 reps for Sprague, just like it was 2 reps for Magda. It's 5 reps for Sprague, just like it was 5 reps for Magda. I'm not so sure that Bennett's going to have what it takes to reel him in here, though.
I would 100% agree with you, as much as it pains me to do so. The unfortunate thing about this is we both pick Sprague, so we're going to be I'm going to be 1-1. You're going to be 2-0.
That's okay. We got the money match coming up after this.
Why is that, and which one is that?
Because that's the one. That's Trista versus Warren.
Oh, right. Trista's going to put her in the dirt.
We should count that match as 2 points.
Why would we do that?
Give you a chance.
Oh, my God. I don't need a chance. I don't need a gimme chance.
Third round underway. Sprague with the 5 rec advantage. They always start back at the same point of the sequence, so 7-6-5 will continue. And if Malachi wants to make a move, it's got to be in this round. He probably has to pull back all 5 reps that he's behind. Otherwise, I think James will be able to game the last round and guarantee a win. But the other scenario is that Malachi just doesn't have it, and James can take it in this round.
Total clean and jerk repetitions round over round is what I think is doing them in here. Like the box jump overs, whatever. The bar muscle ups, whatever. But this barbell, I mean, everyone who's done Grace 30 reps for time knows how bad that can hurt after just 30 at a 30-pound lighter barbell for the men.
Right. And it's, you heard Cole say that it was the burpees that were really hurting.
He just took a little breaky poo on the floor right there. That's not going to work, Malachi. Nope, there's another one. You can't do that.
James sees that out of the corner of his eye, and James knows exactly what this means. He's in kill mode now. He's staying right on top of the barbell, hands on it, pushing it down, just like Hopper was doing to him in SoCal. He's within a rep here. Malachi going for the touch and go. And like I said, Malachi, no matter what, will fight to the bitter end. But if James can hold on for 7 reps here, this one's going to be a knockout in round 3.
But what is cool about that is going to bite him in the butt, and you're seeing it as we speak. Boom, baby. James is looking. I saw a 10 on that board, Brian. Did you see a 10 on that board?
I don't know what's going on. Phil's saying no.
Why is Phil saying no?
Not sure.
He is jumping.
And that's going to do it.
There it is.
So it took an extra rep. But at the 135 mark in round 3, James Sprague knocks out Malachi Bennett, and we're going to set up for a Sprague Resaber final tomorrow with $5K additional on the line.
James doesn't even look tired.
No, we'll get him in the studio to talk to him, but for as hard as reps ahead is, that looked pretty routine.
Looked routine for Malachi, too.
He's really fit.
And then what would the saying be? But I am fitter?
I am fitter. But he's going to be up there, man. He's a player. People underestimate that dude. He's, however the season looks, I think he'll go deep this year. He just keeps getting strong. He's just like me. Engine for life. If he can get those strength movements down, he'll be there.
Is that where you think you had him on the barbell?
I think the barbell, I saved more energy. I think that I was able to hop up on the muscle up a little more fresh. Actually, saw him pause on the muscle ups round 2. And that's when I knew. I was like, okay, I can close this thing out in the third round. It's going to be tough, especially with him touch and going. I was like, uh-oh.
Did that frighten you? Were you looking at him like, oh, he's kicking into
It
gear?
didn't frighten me. It more just made me realize, oh, it might go another round rather than frightening. But to me, that was just a really brutal matchup until I got my lungs revved up.
You've done 5 of these events now.
5 of these, 6 tomorrow.
Over the course of all of those, how does that feel compared to the others?
I would say the 2 minutes, 30 seconds is pretty hard compared to the 2. So all of them that have gone 2 minutes, 30 seconds have stood out as harder matches for me. That extension.
Did you watch Grease Saber Magda?
I did. That was exactly what I didn't want to happen.
Why that? Because you want to go against Tudor?
No. I think he really played as much as he could to his strengths. And sometimes that stuff just happens in sport. You don't do enough. But I think he needed to do that to have the win. And I was really proud of him for sticking his head out there.
Tudor,
yep. Cole's an aerobic beast. I mean, he's tough to beat in long workouts. And the longer it went, the less.
That means it's going to be an incredible match tomorrow because both of you guys are tough to beat in longer events.
So I'm thinking, too. It's going to suck.
We're looking at a distance match between the two of you.
I sure hope not.
I sure hope so.
I sure hope so for your favor. They did an extra round over me, so I had that in my favor. I mean, 3rd round versus 4th round, a lot less work for me.
I like watching you guys kind of just writhe around in pain afterwards.
Yeah.
Tudor, that was phenomenal.
Oh, dude, poor guy. Oh, my gosh. That's rare to see someone go that dark, so he was giving it his all. That's for sure.
James, we're going to wrap it up. The women are set to take the stage, but that looks pretty impressive.
Thank you.
And we'll see you in the finals tomorrow.
Yeah, you'll see me tomorrow.
On the line.
That sounds like a plan.
5.
Let's go.
On the line.
Thanks, boys.
Good stuff, James.
Thanks for your work. Appreciate it. Stay here for 1 second, Miguel.
No, good job.